That's just the headlight for the V11. And then this is the brightest setting on my 6 LED rechargeable bicycle light, which I have mounted on the trolley handle. So right now, hopefully you can hear me. I am at the park again. It is nighttime. I have my full gear, and what you should be hearing right now is the audio from my lapel mic, which I have tucked into my helmet. Hopefully this will make recording a little easier because it should be close to my face. You should be able to hear me clearly, and there should be no wind noise. Currently I'm recording this, the video at least, using the Osmo Pocket, or Pocket 2 actually. I have a bicycle headlight, a 6 LED bike headlight, mounted on the unicycle itself. I think what I'm going to do is at some point mount it to the motorcycle helmet, and then maybe have a different light, additional light that I would mount to the unicycle, because it gets really dark over here. And unfortunately, this headlight that comes with the unit isn't really that bright. All right, I might need to calibrate the wheel again because I'm having some issues with it. It could be that it needs to be calibrated again. I don't know how often it needs to do that. I did drop it earlier today. Kind of embarrassing, kind of a hard drop. I was actually going into an intersection, and I was trying to make a sharp turn and get between like the sidewalk and the oncoming traffic. And a guy in a pickup, I guess he didn't see me or just didn't give a shit, because he stayed very close to the curb, even though he had plenty of space. And that forced me to try to get even closer to the curb. And as a result, I ended up having to bail, and I dropped the wheel. Thankfully, he didn't run it over. But it's also possible that maybe when you drop it like that, the calibration can get kind of screwed up, because it's not feeling as smooth as it was earlier today after I had calibrated it. It is, what time is it? I think I left the house, it was around 8 o'clock. I was hoping there'd be less people. Ooh, no. Yeah, don't look down when you're on one of these wheels. You tend to kind of go in whatever direction you're facing. So whatever direction you turn your head, that's where the wheel ends up going. So if you want to make a left, you're going to start looking left. If you're going to make a right, you're going to start looking right. Guess what happens if you look down? Yeah. But I can feel it. The balance is off on it. It actually is. It's feeling like it was when I first started riding. Once I actually balanced it, or calibrated it, I should say, it was a lot better. It was so much smoother, and now it's kind of back to the way it was. So I'm gonna have to try to calibrate it again when I get home, and see how long it lasts. I'm gonna take a right over here because it's actually really dark down this street, and I want to see how well this light works. What am I hearing? Oh, I think it's drums. Yeah, it's not bad. The light is not bad. It's probably much darker on camera, but I can see a lot with it. You know, it's not super bright, but I can see something. It's not pitch black. And there's a lot of ambient light now here as well. Further down, it's where it gets really dark. But yeah, I can feel that the balance is off on this thing. It has to be, because it's kind of going back and forth, side to side. Oh. Now I'm hoping that even though there's still wind, you can hear me. Right now I have my visor up. I'm gonna put my visor down and see if the audio changes at all. So now I have the visor down. Just in my own, from my own hearing, the sound is different. It's more muffled. It's it sounds like you're in an echo chamber. But I don't know how that's gonna affect the microphone or the recording, because again, it might be improving it might not be. I hate having my visor down though, which is one of the weirdest things. I've been riding motorcycles for a very long time, and when I ride, even when it's super cold, I would still need the visor up. So what I would usually end up doing is having... Do I want to go in there? I don't want to go in there. I might go in there. Alright, fuck it, I'll go in there. We're by the... Shit, that's fucking dark. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm scared. I'm not lying, I'm scared. There's a light in there, though. What the fuck? So to the left of me is pitch blackness, but I know for a fact that it's actually the abandoned or condemned mental hospital. Oh, that wasn't a light. That was just a reflection. Oh, fuck this. This is scary as hell. I'm so sorry. This is terrifying. No. We're moving. We're gonna keep on moving. Nope. My imagination is doing some crazy shit right now, and I don't want to fucking deal with it. No. We're gonna keep it moving. Immediately, every horror movie I've ever seen just flashbacked in my mind. So we're gonna go back this way. Okay. I think the imagination is the worst part. But yes, as I was saying before I decided to give myself nightmares, is that a reflector or is that yeah, it has to be. I thought it was a light coming from a window inside the building, but no. I think it's just a reflective surface, and it's just reflecting back ambient light. What's that over there? This is the building under construction, which I don't think you can see from this distance. Oh, that's cute. They have little lights on the deck, which you probably still can't see anyway. I think this is going to be dorms or classrooms. I'm not sure. But the fact that they have all these decks would be a waste if it's classrooms. So I'm guessing they might actually turn it into like living space. See, now you can see it a little bit better here. That's neat. Let's go back this way. Alright, as I was saying before I interrupted myself for the second time, whenever I close the visor on a helmet, it's not that I feel claustrophobic. I don't. It just feels like I'm disconnected from the rest of the world. And it feels like, as a result, I have more blind spots. I don't. The visor's clear. It doesn't obscure any more of my vision. But it just feels like that. So I never liked it. I never liked having the visor down. Honestly, just having the helmet to begin with is kind of a pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong. I understand why it exists. I've had a few falls. I know why it exists. And I'm grateful for it. But having a full-faced, enclosed like helmet, it almost feels like you're inside of a tiny little car. You don't feel like you're outside anymore. It takes away some of that effect. And one of the reasons I like riding motorcycles and now riding this thing is because I want that open feeling. So right now I have the visor open. Hopefully you can still hear me. Well, to be honest, I have no idea if you ever could hear me. It might have got disconnected. It's a very haphazard setup. It's a very long cable that I just have plugged into my phone. I hit record on the audio, and I clipped the lapel mic onto the inside of my helmet. Again, don't know if it's even working. If it is, great. I'm going to be able to use it for a while. If it isn't, then I'm going to have to find something else to use. Now, I did buy an adapter for the Osmo Action that's supposed to allow me to plug in pretty much any microphone. And unfortunately, it didn't work. It did not work at all. So it's going back. I'm sending it back. And after looking at a few videos, I saw that only one of those actually worked. And that company doesn't seem to make it anymore. It only makes for like the newer Osmo Action. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. The calibration is off on this, and the turns are kind of wonky. So I'm gonna have to recalibrate it. I don't want to keep riding like this. I'm gonna head back. It's getting cold. I really just wanted to test out the microphone and the light. So I'll head back through that dark part again, just so I can get a little bit more footage of how the light might work, or does work, if it does. But yeah, the calibration on this is off. I have a feeling it's because I dropped it kind of hard. It probably kind of screwed it up a little bit. I just hope it didn't create any kind of like actual damage to the unit. Hopefully it didn't like bend a rim or anything, because that would be a problem. I did notice one thing earlier riding, because I rode quite a bit. If you see this video, you'll have already seen those videos. I think I put about a good 10 miles, maybe a little bit more this whole day. But yeah, when I was riding then, the turns were nice and smooth, much smoother than now. Now it feels like it did when I first started riding this thing, and like I said, that was before I knew I had to calibrate the wheel. All right, which is the way down? I think it's that way. Yeah, any little input from my feet, any shift in weight causes it to go crazy, and it wasn't doing that after I calibrated it. Ooh, let's see if I can do a nice turn through here. I have a feeling I can't. They did a nice job though in renovating this. Again, I don't really know what it's for. I'm assuming this circle is for like dropping kids off or something, or picking people up. But this is an old building, so that might have been the original purpose for it. They could do whatever the hell they want with this now. But then again, why keep it like that if they didn't intend it for it to be that way? This is scary. I have unfortunately unlocked my imagination once again, my childhood imagination. And now behind every tree in this dark little space is something just waiting to jump out at me. That is what my mind is telling me. And I've come through here on a bicycle, and I didn't feel afraid like this. And I think the reason is because with the bicycle, I was just kind of focused, looking straight forward only, and I was just pumping and pedaling. Where here, I'm not focused so much on moving because the unicycle is doing it. So I can turn my head and look into the darkness and see all this crazy shit. Is that the way I'm supposed to go? No, that's another way. Okay, it's over here. All right. Now you're probably hearing me breathe like a pervert on a, like when they call on a phone or whatever. But that's because the microphone is probably maybe a half an inch away from my mouth at the moment. Oh, this is crazy. We'll see if I can clean up the audio in an app. Maybe I can make it nicer. All right, I see light. Every time I see light, that makes things feel better. According to an app I have that tracks like your speed and your distance and all that stuff, apparently I've reached 25 miles an hour, which I feel like that's bullshit. But at the same time, you might see it in one of the videos, you might not. I don't know if it recorded it, but there's a little like speed camera on the side of the road, and it said that I was going 28, which is pretty much almost the max on this thing. I think this thing only goes to 30. So I don't know how accurate that is. It did not feel like I was going that fast. Why is there... That wasn't there before, was it? All right, there was a half full water bottle in the middle of that road just now. I don't remember passing that. So I'm guessing somebody put it there, and it's kind of right in the center. I wonder why. Maybe it was there and I didn't notice it the first time. But that almost seems like a trap. You know, like to get to see who's dumb enough to stop and inspect it, and the next thing you know, somebody jumps out and robs you. But I might just be paranoid. Okay. I like seeing Christmas lights. I really do. There's something innocent about it. Oh, there's people outside. I don't remember if I was paying attention and if I saw those people before. I've said it before, and I'll say it till the day I die. Those amber colored lights, those street lights and big lights over there, are more effective for seeing at night than these bright white LED lights. Because one, those LED lights are aggressive to the eyes, so they kind of blind you. So whatever brightness you get is kind of countered by the fact that it's blinding you, so you're not able to see as well. All right, that's what I got for you today. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and with any luck, I will see you in the next video. And until then, take care.